Was it self-defense or something more sinister?
Well, that question will be left to a grand jury to answer after a deadly shooting over the weekend. A well-known Lexington doctor was gunned down outside a home on 4 Mile Road in Clark County. We have top story team coverage on the investigation and new details about the man who died. We begin with our Dave Spencer, who is live in Clark County. Dave?
Good afternoon, Amber. For a few seconds, it was just a few seconds, I was able to speak with Charles Brian Stepp, and he told me that the only thing he could say about the tragedy that happened outside of his home on Sunday was that it was just that, a terrible tragedy. Charles Brian Stepp is trying to move on today. Police say he was acting in self-defense yesterday morning when he shot and killed 45-year-old Dr. Rodney Mann. The doctor's car was found, engine still running, a half-mile down the road from Stepp's home. Police say the doctor, armed with 2 guns and a knife, left his car there, walked the narrow country road up to Stepp's home, and slashed the tires of Stepp's truck. Today, the tires have been repaired. Stepp confronted Dr. Mann after the tires were slashed. The two fought. Stepp somehow wrestled the gun away, shooting and killing the doctor, then placed the 911 call himself, admitting to police that he had to shoot the doctor in self-defense, saying the doctor was coming after him with a knife. Now, state police say they have no plans to charge Stepp with any crime, but a final say will be in the hands of the grand jury. Live in Clark County, Dave Spencer, WKYT 27 News First.
Dave, thank you. And we're learning more about the doctor who died outside that Clark County home and why he may have been there in the first place. Dr. Rodney Mann is an allergist. He's been interviewed several times here on 27 News First. The patients showing up at his office today were shocked to hear how he died. Mark Kennedy continues our top story team coverage into what led to the altercation.
Many people have come here to the office today to find this sign on the door saying that Dr. Mann has passed away, and it has been a great shock, not only for his patients, but also to his neighbors.
Didn't know Rodney would ever wind up in a situation like that.
John Scott has lived next door to Rodney Mann for more than 7 years. He says the doctor mentioned to him a couple weeks ago that his car had been keyed.
That he had a disagreement with some fellow out at Sam's Club, and that he had made a police report on it.
According to that police report, Mann told police that Charles Stepp, the accused shooter, intentionally keyed his Acura after an altercation. Sources tell me that on Sunday, Mann went to Stepp's Clark County home to get revenge. He had 2 guns and a knife in his possession. He slashed Stepp's tires and then was confronted by him.
No clue that, you know, he was harboring a grudge or anything. Just he had taken it to the police like, you know, a responsible person would do.
It's going to be hard to find somebody now that can get me back on my path.
Patients like Brenda Jones were shocked to come to Dr. Mann's office and find a sign saying he had died.
He'd been helping me progress slowly off of my medicines, and I'd been enjoying getting off of all that medication, and he's been a great doctor.
This office here in Lexington, as well as another one that he has in Corbin, will both be closed until further notice. In Lexington, I'm Mark Kennedy, WKYT 27 News First.
Dr. Mann grew up in Corbin. He graduated from UK and the University of Louisville Medical School.